Welcome to Mike's Morning Mug. I'm coming to you from Missouri today. Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle of Missouri, and St. Louis is back that way. And ahead of me, eventually is Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm on my way to Oklahoma. So I had made a live video the other day on Facebook, just kind of, being a little cryptic about, hey, I'm on the road, I'm headed westward, I'm not telling you where I'm going. I'm stopping off at Shauna's first and heading from there. So I do have my coffee. And what I'm going to do with this is to make this part of a little travel vlog, because something kind of special going on. I mean, for one, I don't make it out to Oklahoma all that often, which is unfortunate because my kids are out there. 3 of the 4 are grown, so they're in college and kind of doing their own thing and all of that. So I'm seeing them, of course, as part of this trip. I was actually, I don't want to say summoned. I was summoned to Oklahoma. But I was asked to come out, and so I kind of last minute cobbled something together. Originally I was going to try to figure something out with, the holidays, maybe get the kids out to see me in Ohio or something. So I was working on that, and then all of a sudden, poof, this came up, and by the time you see this, you should know. You should know. So, but this is the travel vlog for it, and that is, I've been asked to guest on an episode of Ghost Adventures, yes. So I'm, of course, excited, happy, enthralled, all of those wonderful adjectives. Basically, the way that went down, for those of you that have been following me for a while, have my books, been watching my videos, one of the locations that I talk about a lot that I say is my favorite haunted house is the Stone Lion Inn. I've had a lot of experiences there. The ambiance of it is absolutely awesome. Really, really love that house. And so I have been asked to come talk about my experiences there. Yeah, I don't think they realized that I was actually in Ohio at the time, when it was Jeff Belanger that first reached out to me. And so he noticed my phone number, and he's like, are you in Maryland? So my cell phone still has a Maryland number. And I was like, well, no, I'm in Ohio. Because I told you, I have no problem making the trip. And he ended up getting back with me. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, it's a go. And so I made the plans to head on out there. Filming for me is Tuesday, November 15th. So that'll be really interesting, because I have not been back to the Stone Lion Inn in a few years. So, in fact, I think it's probably been about 5 years since I've been to the Stone Lion Inn. So it'll be really nice to get back there. Like I said, I love that house. You just walk in and you can feel the energy. You just hear the creaks and groans of the house. It's like you hear footsteps all the time. Sometimes it's just a creaking of floorboards. Sometimes you actually hear, the footsteps. Sometimes you hear little whispers or voices upon the air. And I've just had a lot of great experiences there. So I'll link those videos below. I have the Friday Night Ghost Frights, and then I did a Ghost and Legends episode. I think it was number 10 that I did on the Stone Lion Inn. So, yeah, that was one right before the Goldenrod. So check those out, and you'll have an idea of what it is I'm going to talk about. And I'm hoping that I'm asked the question and they include this and all that, because you're not going to show up there and be like, okay. You're like, who are you? Mike Ricksecker, author and ghostorian. So, and then the question will come up, okay, so what's a ghostorian? And, the quick answer is, oh, good, there's spam coming across my text message. The quick answer is that, ghostorian, ghost historian. It's a person who researches and investigates a ghost in the place in which they haunt. That's the quick answer. But what a ghostorian really is, and in relation to their show, something I really like about Ghost Adventures is that, almost the entire first half of the show is history and backstory and people's experiences. So you really get an idea of who's been there, what's been going on there, the history of the location, and so therefore they actually have become a voice for those spirits that are in that house or that location. So these spirits that are there are the people that have been lost to time, they were able to have their voice or their memories, brought to life, which is what a ghost historian does. A ghost historian is a voice for those people from long ago that are still, here with us today. Whatever message it is that they have, whatever memory, people that have been lost in time, now we're remembering them. Now they're being recognized. We'll see how all that goes. From all accounts, from what I've heard, they're pretty cool guys. So I'm looking forward, really to getting back to the Stone Line Inn. And Vanessa Hogle, I'm going to be meeting up with her as well, since she's out in Oklahoma. My co-host for Edge of the Rabbit Hole radio show, and she has her books through Haunted Road Media as well, Giving Up the Ghost and Soulscape. So it'll be nice to see her as well. So very good trip. Started off great so far. Saw Shauna. I'm headed out to see my kids, see Vanessa, be on ghost adventures. Good trip. So I'll check back in, let you know how it's going. In front of me is the Storm Warriors van. Check out stormwarriors.tv. And then sometimes while you are just driving around, you discover things that you weren't expecting, like the old Banner School here. I just cruised through Guthrie real quick here with my kids, and it burned down since the last time I've been here. So I'll just kind of pan around a little bit here, and yeah, it's not good. I'll get a few photographs to include. It's kind of sad. So Ariel looked it up. What'd you find out?
That 4 juveniles were arrested because they burnt down this building while playing with matches.
And that was
2 years
ago. 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And that's kind of amazing that it's actually still sitting there just like that from 2 years ago.
Yep.
So, but I'm not going to step in there because it's pretty well burned out. I don't want to get hurt.
It's black. It's very burnt.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, all right. This is Ariel's first appearance, and she's on some of the old Ghosts and Legends videos. And there's Cameron. Okay, so lesson here is don't go breaking in places and playing with matches. So one of the things that we talk about when we do our investigations, when we go exploring and whatnot, is you don't trespass, you don't go breaking into places and doing stuff like that. Especially don't be playing with matches and stuff. Yeah, tough lesson learned, because that was good old school. Ooh, yeah, nice big super moon. He's big. Right there, straight ahead.
Do you see it in the sky?
Straight ahead, over the hill.
Over the river.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Isn't that the normal size of the moon?
No, it's a little bit bigger.
Super moon.
Super
moon.
You can't deny it. It's the super moon.
Yeah, that's pretty big. All right, there it is behind us. It's the super moon with a piece of litter. Doesn't come off as good on the phone, but there it is. Super moon. It comes out kind of fuzzy on the phone.
On the iPhone.
Ariel's giving me a bunch of crap because she's got a Samsung Edge. But that's a big moon. I just need a DSLR camera.
I've got one.
Yeah, you should definitely.
Why didn't you bring it with you? We could get it right now.
No, I was supposed to.
Well, you're a super moon, right?
Well, I don't have it for the purpose of super moons. I had it for the purpose of going to Argentina.
Okay, so this morning, this is Tuesday morning now, and so tonight is the filming. Right now I'm just driving through Guthrie. I did a little work this morning, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get some footage of the Stone Line Inn before it gets a little bit later. I have no idea, when they're really going to be doing anything out there today, except for when I am supposed to be there. I heard that they were supposed to be there, around 6. I'm supposed to be there around 7, or when I start, it's supposed to be around 7. So of course I'm going to show up earlier. But you never know if somebody's over there doing B-roll footage or what have you, or what time they might start that. So I'm headed over there now just to hopefully get some. I probably should have got some the other day when I drove through here with Ariel and Cameron, but you know, it was just kind of, that was just kind of spur of the moment. Hey, do you want to see where I'm going to be? Ariel has been by there before. Cameron had not been. Here it is, the Stone Lion Inn, and I've not been here in a number of years. Looking forward to tonight when I'm here with the Ghost Adventures crew, and you know, just telling them about my experiences here, of which I've had a lot. So I'm gonna grab some footage for I don't know, maybe we'll do a new Ghosts and Legends episode or Paranormal Roads or something, but we're gonna grab some footage here, and yeah, gonna enjoy the entire day touring Guthrie. So if you ever get a chance, come out of here, check out this house. It is to me the epitome of a haunted house. Look at it, that's a haunted house. It really is. Okay, this is gotta be one of the most difficult photographs I've ever tried to take. Basically, I'm trying to get the two books in the shot with me, with the with the house behind me. I got the sun right in my face, so it's creating a glare all over the screen as well, so I can't see a thing. But basically, you know, Encounters with the Paranormal has the house featured right on the cover, and then Ghosts and Legends of Oklahoma has the house featured on the back. So that's what I was trying to go for. I ended up, I don't know, one of those hopefully will work. Maybe I'll try another couple shots. I was just trying to get a good pick with the actual books that feature this house. So it's the old hospital. I had some of the locals warning me off, you know, don't cross the sidewalk, the police will be here, which I know it's under surveillance, so of course I'm not, you know, it's even posted, so I'm not going to be stupid enough to cross the threshold of the sidewalk. So no, I just stood on it and got a little clip, and that's it. But I understand, because it has been vandalized. People have broken in there, and you know, don't do that, okay? And right there is the Bluebell Saloon. So I'm actually gonna park here and walk across. Okay, so right behind me is the Bluebell, and I can't see because of the glare. But and they have a little consignment shop next to it, which is Miss Lizzie's, but you know, it's not really a bordello. But we're gonna go have lunch at the Bluebell. Well, that was pretty cool. I actually learned some things about the Bluebell today that I didn't know before. Like the coffin in the basement. I did not know that there was a coffin in the basement, but apparently there is, and it creeps out the people that work there, so they don't go down there. And but they don't know if, you know, who it belongs to or if there's even anybody in it. Straight ahead of us, as if somebody had just snatched up a building out of Washington, D.C. and plopped it right down in the middle of Guthrie, Oklahoma, out in the middle of nowhere. There is a massive Masonic temple. We're looking for Boot Hill. That's where all the outlaws are going to be. Okay, third time's the charm. Well, I'm finally here at Boot Hill, which is Summit View Cemetery in Guthrie. And behind me I have, if I could straighten it out, I have Wild Bill Doolin. Yes, I have Wild Bill Doolin. So he was the leader of the Wild Bunch gang, and they used to actually frequent the Bluebell Saloon where we had lunch today. Now, they also spent some time in the Black Jail, which is the first territorial prison out here. And he was eventually, after escaping, was caught and killed and then brought back here to Guthrie on Boot Hill, which is kind of a on the way up the hill. Now, also rather infamous is Elmer McCurdy, and he wasn't really famous for being an outlaw. In fact, he wasn't a very good outlaw. And Elmer, I'm sorry, this is the third time I've had to say today that you are not a very good outlaw. We got one more time. So in any case, the story with Elmer is that, well, just an example of how he wasn't a very good outlaw is, you know, he made plans to, you know, rob this train that was carrying all kinds of, you know, money for the banks, and he actually robbed the wrong one and walked away instead with $46. He actually died in a shootout along the Oklahoma and Kansas border with some sheriff's deputies, And then after that, he was embalmed and left in a funeral home for years, and nobody came by to claim him, so he was just left there sitting forever. Well, some brothers from California heard of his tale, came out to Oklahoma and claimed him as their other brother. And basically what they did with his body was they waxed it up, painted it, and had him in a traveling sideshow as a dummy. Well, you know, he, of course, mummified inside the wax and everything, and over time, everybody forgot who he was and just called him the Dummy. Well, during a filming of the episode of the $6 Million Man, a crew member went to move the body, the dummy, and, well, the arm fell off and discovered, oh, this is actually a person. And therefore, they, of course, had to track down who he was and who he belonged to. Of course, still nobody to claim him all those years later, and ended up here, Boot Hill, Guthrie, Oklahoma. It's a very noisy area, but right behind me is what they call the Black Jail, the first territorial prison. That's actually the newer section there. The prison part is in the back. I have a better shot of it, but right now there's construction going on down the street, so I can't get the right angle. But in any case, this is where James Phillips is said to have died from fright the day before he was set to be executed at the gallows. There's a woman that they see crossing the street from time to time. Traffic is actually stopped for her, and then she disappears. So some very interesting tales about this, and you know, some really iffy, creepy type of history. Well, you know, it's not every day you see a 50-foot geyser like this, but that construction I was talking about earlier over there by the Black Jail, yep. All right, now you gotta like this. Come back around, and the train is actually sitting right here at the depot. And by the way, it does have the Santa Fe insignia on it, the more modern one, the new one. But yeah, pretty cool. We're down here earlier talking about the ghost of the Santa Fe Rail Depot, and now here it is. The train is actually sitting here. Love it. You know, gotta take advantage of these moments when they come about, because they don't happen too often. Okay, we can't post this yet, and it's really grainy because it's dark outside, but Vanessa and I are here at the Stone Lion Inn. Everybody else is inside. We've got a couple of the crew over here, and we're just hanging out. So,
my first time here, yay! have only remote viewed it.
Yeah.
I'm here.
So look forward to more stuff coming up from Edge of the Rabbit Hole. And this is the first time I've seen Vanessa in like 6 years.
I know, right? We're so happy.
I know, it's been a long time. Maybe not 6, maybe 5, but it's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So very cool to be able to hang out with her and be at such a historic house. So we'll catch you later.
Bye.
Let's get, where's Billy at? Where's the other one? Vanessa's impressions.
Okay, so driving here was quite interesting. Ended up getting the name Eileen, which I didn't quite understand, of a young girl, and a couple other different things. Again, I saw the very tall man in black that I've seen before when I've remote viewed for this location. Finally get to meet up with Mike. Haven't seen him in forever, and come to find out it's not Eileen, it's Irene. And she was showing me herself up on the 3rd floor, always twirling, a happy child, but pain in her chest, like spongy lungs, like full of fluid, that type of thing, and showed me a dress form, like the kind like a dressmaker would use.
Which is actually one here.
Yeah, as is a piano, which I didn't know, because I've never been here before. I've only remote viewed for it. I haven't even seen any pictures on the inside, so this is like my first time, and super excited about that. And the other thing, she showed me ballet, like butterflies and ballet slippers, and then come to find out that there is a ballet bar on the 3rd floor in the playroom. So it's nice to know that, you know, the images that come to me can be validated. And the owner of the property, his name Becky, actually did that. So, as did Mike. So, all in all, personally, this place to me feels very comforting, very welcoming, very homey. Is it full? Yes. Is it bad? No. So I'm quite happy with the experience, and I can't wait to come back.
The return journey. This is always the long part. I do have my coffee at the ready. I didn't make it quite as far last night as I was hoping. The filming got done for me after 10 o'clock last night. It was about 40 minutes from there to where my son is at OSU, Chase. So I went to visit him afterward. We didn't get done visiting until about 12:30 in the morning. Of course, he had to get up for school the next day, and I had to hit the road. But you know, I only made it as far as Tulsa before I was just too tired to keep driving. So I was hoping today I would be able to get in a couple of hours of work and then hit the road. But you know, with as much driving as I have to do today, about 14 hours, you know, plus stops and fuel ups and things like that, so probably closer to 15. There's just not enough time to do that. So it is what it is. You know, they had a number of things going on last night. Can't really talk about other than that with one of the people that had been interviewed before me, something happened during that interview, so they brought her back and went over what had been captured, what had been going on. Can't reveal at all, of course, what that was. You'll have to wait until the show. So that took a lot of extra time, which is fine. You know, it's, you know, my part didn't take too long. It was pretty cool. You know, have to appreciate how meticulous Zak was about setting up, you know, the perfect lighting, and the way they had me set up in the library area, and they're, you know, casting a specific light and all that. It was very, very cool. I just hope that, you know, I hope it came out right. You know, with the way that I was telling the story. You know, I hope my personal presentation went well. So, and then you know, we covered a couple of different experiences that I had there. Not all of them. You know, that probably would have been far too much. But in any case, yeah, great experience, great time. Vanessa seemed to have a good time as well. She picked up on a number of things there, which, of course, has already been displayed in this video. So, yeah, very, very cool. I'll share all of this hopefully on Friday. We're going to try to do a live stream on Friday as well. And so basically I will have a day after I get back to figure that out. I know I'm always like under the gun for time, running myself ragged, doing a billion different things. One of these days, when Haunted Road Media blows up and becomes something bigger, or you know, we get like 1 million more subscribers to the YouTube channel, I will be able to concentrate full days. It's just a long road there. And but you know what? We're getting there. Really, I have to appreciate all of you that watch these videos and support the YouTube channel and support the you know, the book publishing, you know, all the books that I've written, as well as all the books that the other Haunted Road Media writers have written. So I appreciate all of you. And so for those of you that have stuck around this long into the video, thank you. Thanks for sticking around. Really appreciate that. And, I guess that's all I got right now. So if you like this travel vlog video, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments below. Of course, we always have great conversations. Share the video out. And if you have not yet, by all means, please subscribe. Until next time.